Hey everybody, I'm Griffin here, and welcome back to 7 Billion Humans. We're off to identify ourselves. Have you been ranked? The worker all the way on the left is number 1. Sorry everyone else. The next worker is number 2, and so on. Let's all do a good job. That means you too, number 7. Everyone please write your assigned number on the data cubes next to you and put them back on the floor. Alright, so this is all about timing, by the way. This is really bad, because we're going to have to figure out timing. So, if on your left is nothing, you are going to step forward. No, step forward. Pick up, right, I was like, wait, I want to write memory 1. Write memory 1. And be done. Else, calculate memory 1 plus 1. So this is where shit gets ugly, by the way, because we're basically trying to figure out the timing. So, we start. Everybody has now set their memory to 1. Is to the left of you nothing? She says yes. So she steps forward. Everybody else, in the meantime, does math. Oh, this is actually going to work. Label the first data cube on the left with 1, the next cube with 2, and so on down the line. All cubes will be placed back at... Oh, fine! We can fix that. So I can actually do this. And do this. No, I can't. No, no else. This should work. So everybody's does a calculation, and then if the next to you is nothing, does not equal nothing, then you keep repeating. Cool. This is probably their desired outcome. Yeah. That one is confusing to me. I just don't understand why that one, of all of them, is less. I really hope that we're not trying to do this with arbitrary timing. Oh no, all our data got wiped. For real this time. Okay, don't panic, but we have to fix this before anyone finds out. Let's see. We have 100 cubes, so let's just write all 100 numbers somewhere on the floor. Where? I don't care. Each of the 100 numbers between 0 and 99 must be represented somewhere on the floor. Their order or locations does not matter. Well, hell. I don't want to know. Okay, so what's running through my head right now is that the main thing we can do is try and find a way to uniquely identify all of these people. We basically have to get it so that each one, there are 10 of them, I'm guessing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right. We basically need to give each person a range of numbers. We have to find a way that each of these is uniquely identifiable so that we can assign them all different ones. So we go if above you is a wall, set memory 1 equal to 0. Right? Seems good. If above you is a worker, you'll notice no other workers have something directly above them. Set memory 1 equal to 10. If, and we're trying to figure out this person, right? So up and to the left. Nothing else has a worker up and to the left. There's probably a better way of doing this, by the way. Oh, whoops. Okay, so if to your right is a wall and beneath you does not equal a wall, because this person, they've got a wall to the right. These two people also have walls to oh no, this is going to set off this person too. And to the upper right equals a wall. So basically this one and the one above it are a wall. So basically these two both set off, but below you is not a wall. So that uniquely identifies them from these. This is a terrible plan, by the way. I absolutely hate that I'm doing this. If I'm working with this person. If to the left of you is a data cube and above you is not a worker, or no, and above you is nothing, which means it doesn't identify either of these. So we only have to eliminate this one. And below you is nothing. All right. Now this person. So the other thing that we could do is we could nest these all in else's, but I'm looking to do instruction optimization first. That's usually what I do. So if there are two people who have a worker down and to the left of them. It's these two. And this one also has a wall to the right. So and to your right is not a wall. They keep wanting to change that. So yeah, the problem is we can't do like random things. We could try and do a timing thing, but it wouldn't work. I don't think it would work. Could we? Actually, I think there's a way we could do this with a timing thing, but it'll take just about as many instructions as this, if I'm right. So this person. So we can also kind of work on the same thing. If up and to the right is a worker, because once again, there's only 2 people. And to the left is nothing. If to the right is a wall and below you is a wall, whoops. If below you and to the left is I'm actually wondering if using an if-else chain would be faster. I could compare the two. But anyway, if down to the left is a worker and to the right is a wall. I'll check it out at some point. It'll be one of the first things we do after this works, depending on what... I want to know what our goal numbers are, but we can't see the goal numbers until we successfully complete it at least once. At least that I'm aware of. Actually, I bet you I can ask. If below you is a wall and to your left is a data cube, I really wish we could do recursion. So as I hit this moment right here, whoops, I went too far. As I hit this moment right here, I'm wondering if this person, if we could have done it in such a way that these timings would have worked out. And I still think the answer is no. There still might be a better way. Alright, so now everybody's got their memory set. Everyone's going to step left. If where you are is a data cube, you're going to pick it up. You are going to write memory 1, and then you are going to reduce memory 1 by 1, and then drop it. You can see they're all doing their checks. Oh shit, I'm a dummy. And no. If to the left isn't a wall, repeat. What are our optimizations here? Shit. Okay, we got speed. We got speed. Hell yeah, we got speed. Look at how fast that is. Alright, we got speed. That makes me happy. The question is then, how the hell do we get size? Because we can't rely on random. I do like this. There's a clever solution that has a low instruction count. The else if there's a better way to do it. Because the idea would be, so if above you is a wall. See, the jumps, we don't want to use jumps. Because here's the thing, if above you is the wall, he's the only guy who's got a wall above him. That doesn't actually pin down the space. We actually want to break it down, like, binarily. So it's like playing a game of Guess Who. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people have nothing to their right. Here's the problem. The way that we're doing this, if we set everything if we set each of their 10, that's 10 instructions, meaning we only have 6 to figure out how to set them. That's the problem. Because if you look, this 20 lines of code, it takes us 8 lines of code. I'm sure we could figure out a cleaner way to do this. Probably. So the question is, how can we use timing to make this work? Is timing the way to go here? We basically need to create RNG. We need to... No, it's not even true. We don't want RNG because RNG... Yeah, we don't want to do the RNG. We have to figure out a way to get all these people to either assign a range of numbers or not. We've got 4 people who are immediately adjacent to the numbers. I don't like this. I really don't want to solve it this way. I guess technically we don't need to do this at all. And it still works. Because he still starts at 0. I have an idea. No, it doesn't work. I was thinking if you were to find conditions and see how many each one met, find conditions where this person meets none of them, this person meets 1, this person meets 2, this person meets 3. Obviously, it wouldn't be in that order. And then run them left. Okay. Okay, that's a thought. So if we do it like that, where each condition that you meet is worth 10, that would cause a problem. But if you do it with less, you could make it so that they're worth different values. So, oh gosh. I'm pulling out a piece of scratch paper, so I apologize literally right now because we need to find a way to combine. Sorry, you're hearing all the things on my desk bang around as I'm getting some sticky notes out. And a pen, because I don't want to get a pencil sharpener. I don't want to know what that would sound like. So, So right now, I need to figure out a way to make this as small as possible. I've got a thought. For making this smaller. So, if where you are, if to your left is a data cube, you're gonna pick it up, you're gonna right, you're gonna step left, and you're gonna drop. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. We have to solve this problem. I think 8 is the number here. Because we can't, the problem is we can't pick up. The problem is we can't pick up. We haven't actually changed the number of steps. All right. So if 8's the number, we can't succeed. So if we want to take values, because that means we have 8 instructions to assign things. So unless I can come up with a leaner way of doing this. Does it say they just have to all be on the floor? Oh, no, I didn't want to see that. Must be represented somewhere on the floor. We don't care about speed. We actually don't care about speed. Okay, we've got a solution then. We've got a solution to make this cleaner. You pick up left always. You pick up left always. Because you're, if your item is nothing, you write and drop. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. We managed to pare it down to 7. Very nice. I know that's not ideal. If we could only get rid of this if. We have to write, we have to calculate, we have to drop, we have to pick up, we have to step. That's 5. 5 guaranteed. Well, let's look at this and see what we can math. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which means we have 9 opportunities, which means we have 4 ifs, 4 sets, and maybe 1 else. Which means using binary, we could arguably do it. So the thing is, if you look at what we're doing here, we just have chaining ifs. We don't have them in elses. If we had them in elses, we could pare things down a little bit more. We could pare things down just like a little bit more, and it would allow for us to have do unique things, right? Like, in this case, where was it? If down into your left is a worker, we could then split that into other ifs. We could say, if down into your left is a worker, these two are the only two that have that as a situation. So we could then, instead of having 2 ifs for each of the, I don't know where the other one is. Right, these two right here. We could say, if that, you could say, if up and to your right, here, let's actually move them. Here, these are the two. So instead of doing it this way, I have to remember that 50 and 80. So we can say if to the right is a wall, set 50, otherwise set 80. So it was if this, if this. So this is actually 1 extra, unfortunately. We're at 26 instead of 25. But it works. Granted, we've got some weird organizations here because I reorganized things, but actually swapped these two. Not important. But look, it's faster because we removed the amount of ifs. I bet you we could get this a hell of a lot faster. But what we need to do is we need to see if we can figure out a way to use if statements to check conditions in such a way that we like do add tens, right? Instead of setting tens, we do memory 1 equals memory 1 plus something. So we're going to have a plus 10. If we can find literally half of them that have plus 10, we can set our odds. So after one condition or two statements, we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. That would be ideal. That would be ideal. Then those zeros, basically we'd have to find 1, 2, 3, 4 that meet another condition on which we, I don't know. Oh god. We can't do it pure binary. It's not going to work. So let's think about it this way. So this is going to take a lot of mental thought here, and I'm probably going to need a hell of a lot more paper than I have, because I need to figure out if this is possible. If to the right of you is a wall, that's 3 people. 3 people have a wall to their right. We've got, so we need one person who doesn't meet any of these conditions. We at most have 4 conditions. Presuming that they are worth 10, 20, 30, and 40 respectively. And we could, and there is some flubbing. We have one person who qualifies for none of them. We have one person, so that's 0. 10 qualifies for just the 10, and that's it. 20 has to qualify for just the 20, and that's it. 30 could qualify for the first and second or the third. 40 could be the first and third or the fourth. 50 is the first and fourth or the second and third. You can see where this math is going. The question is, can we get to 90? And the answer is we actually can't. We actually can't. With 10, 20, or 30, 40, because 10, 20, 30, 40. Now, actually, we could do something weird. Because if we could, because we've got the spare, we've got the 9th instruction, we could just have a blank set memory minus 10. So the 60 has to qualify for 2 and 4. That is the only way. Oh, right, we can't double up. So this is going to be interesting. So 70... Actually, 60 can 60... 60 could be 1, 2, and 3. Or 4. 70 is either 3 and 4, obviously 30 and 40, or 1, 2, and 4. 80 is 1, 3, 4. No choices. And 90... Right, we can't do 90. So okay, so the way that I'm doing this right now, either we have 4 worth 30, which does weird things, or we do the blanket minus 10. I'm going to assume the blanket minus 10 right now. We'll consider the other option later. So we're doing 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So 100 has to qualify for 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 90 has to qualify for 2, 3, and 4. So 80, 90, and 100 are our biggest ones. So if we look at condition 1, condition 2, condition 3, and condition 4, I didn't write those far enough apart. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to write the musts. So looking at our distribution, 100, 90, and 80 absolutely must go for condition 4. All the other ones, that's not true, 70 also must. So we have to find something that definitely satisfies those 4 people. Alright, let's look at 3s. I'm looking for just 100%. It absolutely must include them based on the options that I've just written down. Guess what? It's 80, 90, and 100 are 100% required for 3. 2, 20, because we have another way of doing that math. 60, 90, and 100. Those are absolute musts. And 1 is 10, 80, and 100. So those are absolutely required. Now we have some weird options as well. But I think, so we're looking for conditions that are going to include those at the very least. So, here, let me go ahead and... So here we're looking for conditions that are going to meet. So we're looking for conditions that generally have large numbers of things that meet them, very broad conditions. So wall to the right is 3. It's at the very least a possibility. Empty to the right was 7. Right? Is that correct? Empty to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. A data box to the left is 4. A wall below is not very good. I'm guessing empty spaces is probably right. So empty, looked empty to the right, empty above. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 people. And empty below is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as well. That's pretty good. Empty to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the empties are really promising, actually. Like, really promising. So I'm gonna have to make, like, a really stupid grid. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're at 40 minutes. We are at 40 minutes. And I've been talking at the screen and not actually doing anything for the past 10, at least. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the episode here. And next time, I'm going to have come up with a list of these conditions and the people that have met them. And we're going to see if we can use that. Like, I'm actually probably going to have a Google Docs sheet up at the start of next one. Because I want to figure this out. And I don't want to look it up. So... And I'm going to be honest with you, I think the way that I'm doing it is not the correct way. I think it is doable, but I don't think it's correct. And because of that, because I don't think it's right, I think that if I were to actually look up the solution, it wouldn't include this. So I don't think it's even worth doing. But I'm going to call the episode here, and next time we're going to have a spreadsheet. And I think it's going to work. So Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you next time with our Google spreadsheet. And until then, keep your gears turning.